Hey people, this is a Mega Sports Tube edition of NCAA basketball preview. I know that we've put out a lot of videos, slideshows and stuff. Well, I'm going to tell you flat out who I think's going to get to the Elite Eight, the Final Four, the Finals, and who's going to win it all. So we'll start with the Elite Eight. In the Eastern Division, I think Ohio State and Syracuse will get in. I think Syracuse could upset UNC, and I think coming out of that, the upset, Syracuse, I think Ohio State, their best players are freshmen, and sometimes that just does not work because when your best player doesn't have any college experience in the tournament, it's not going to work out well. I don't think so. In the Southwest Division, I have Kansas and Notre Dame, the 1 and 2 seeds, and I got Kansas. I think this will be a pretty predictable division. I got the computer right there just checking. I have Georgetown upsetting Purdue for the Sweet 16, and that's pretty much it. I have Richmond getting the win over Vanderbilt in the first round. I think that's a solid 12 versus 5 upset. I'm going to scroll down here. If it works, I'm going to go down to the bottom. I'm going to do the West Division. I think UConn and Duke are two teams that I would look for. I think UConn would have an edge on San Diego State because they have tough competition in the Big East, and they just look like a really good team to me. But Duke, I think they're going to get it done. And then in the Southeast Division, that's where my big upset is. There isn't really a powerhouse team. Pittsburgh's the worst number 1 seed, and I really think that St. John's is going to beat Gonzaga, obviously, but I think they can get BYU. They don't have Brandon Davies. St. John's can get Florida. They're 6 and 5 against top 25 teams. I'm going to bring up what they are, what some big wins. They've beat Duke. By 15, they beat Notre Dame, and they've beat Pittsburgh. Those are some big wins. 2 number 1 seeds and a number 2. And then I think they will get Pittsburgh. So that brings us to our Final Four. Duke and Syracuse. I have Duke because their coach has a lot of experience, and Nolan Smith, Kyle Singler, big-time duo. And then Kansas and St. John's. That's got to be Kansas. And then Kansas-Duke. I have Kansas winning 62-55. The Morris brothers are really underrated, and rebounding's valuable. You don't have a lot of good big men. I think that in college basketball, the best players are the Jimmer Fredette's, the guards, the point guards, shooting guards, small forwards, and so I think Kansas is going to end up winning because they have an edge there. Going to be a good game. Going to be a great tournament. For some snubs, I think Virginia Tech should have got in, to be honest with you. I mean, let's look at some teams who did get in. Richmond, Morehead State. I mean, I understand that you win some divisions sometimes, and, you know, Morehead State won the OVC. I have no clue what that is. But I'm looking at some teams, and, you know, it doesn't really look like they're any good. Clemson made it. Clemson is in the ACC, and I think Virginia Tech's much better than Clemson, Malcolm Delaney. But in the end, though, that doesn't really matter. The bubble teams aren't going to do that well. St. John's, they're my upset pick right now. They're a 6 seed, but I think going in, they can do some big damage in the tournament. That'll do it for my video. Comment. I think I might get some negative comments on the St. John's thing, but you know what? It's my predictions. If you don't like it, you go make yours. So either get lost or put on a comment, put on a like, and I will see you next time.